for me, the information is out there and you've just got to find whatever spackle for the hole that you want to fill out. I mean, with online education as it is, there's just not a lot of excuses as to why you wouldn't be able to progress. And I promise you that they don't all require a monetary investment. You look at platforms like Coursera, you can do a free version of a course and you may not matriculate and get a certification as a result of it because they want you to pay for that, but you can still ingest all of the information and then take it out and practically apply it. Sure, those courses are great for resume building, but at the same time, so is the reputation that comes from being able to execute, right? So you don't always necessarily have to pay for something. Libraries still exist. Like I recognize and respect that I have afforded myself resources and being able to stock a personal library that this is only half of, and so I can't say it enough. Like libraries exist, book exchanges, used bookstores, right? Where you can buy a book for $1. I mean, those are
right.
I love shopping at used bookstores. But for me, I've taken certifications in the psychology of leadership from Cornell School of Management, building high performing teams, managing as a coach, influence, high performance collaboration. Those are just a few of the titles or the headers, the names of the courses that I've taken. But the extended learning is also in a lot of what's back here. So I love, there's an author, his name is Daniel Coyle. The Talent Code and The Culture Code are two books. One book is about the individual. The other book is about groups and teams and the collective. You can take a lot of lessons from there. The Four Agreements is a completely different, left turn. The Four Agreements is one of my favorites as well. I recommend that to people who are maybe struggling with some of the dynamics in their lives. It's a good way to teach and learn specific ways of four techniques moving through the world to optimize the way we're receiving and outputting. I read books that lean into the metaphysical, right? Meditation, manifestation, yogic philosophies, and then also, business books. And so, I'm happy to provide a reading list, or if anybody wants to reach out to learn some of my favorites. I'm all over the map when it comes to, organizational optimization. I think of the key things that stand out. But coming back to that mentor thing, podcasts, the mentors are out there. Find one you resonate with and listen to everything that they have to say.
Yeah,
I did that with Carla Harris. She's in the finance world, and she's got a couple of great books. Let me remind myself of one of the Expect to Win was one of her great books. I think that's what got me into it. So I just started to listen to everything that she did. Jim Lohr is the author of The Only Way to Win, and it's essentially about how being a good person will help you in business. And I don't know if that's something that can necessarily be taught. I know someone can be reformed into that, but for yourself. But I like his information, and I can't emphasize enough learning how your physical and emotional state and everything that you do. So I was a very, very early adopter of Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is now famous beyond measure in the world. He's got a podcast called Huberman Lab. Before he even started that, he was making the podcast circuit. He teaches a lot about the optimization of self and human performance. And then let's see, Stephen Kotler, who is the founder, he's the managing director of the Flow Research Collective. So I learned a lot about optimizing neurochemistry for flow state, not just in the individual, but in the group. So that is helpful to leverage in meetings and when you're collaborating and working on projects. Collaboration makes dopamine, which is the molecule of motivation, and seeking and prey drive, right? All of that. So those are some fun resources that can get people kicked off if they're interested.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. Thank you.